Ideas All Day, a podcast where we, not experts, discuss our ideas and then place them in the piles, such as the good ideas pile, the bad ideas pile, and the ideas pile. Let's do some intros. The smallest center that there ever was in professional sports, Ajax.
He could go all the way. Hi.
The person who watches the Super Bowl for the commercials, Alex.
I'm here to get all the touchdowns and the home runs, and I'm going to swing for the back nine. We can do this, team. Hat tricks for everybody.
And the person who yells loudly and often at the TV, me, Kate. Hi.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
So, Ajax, can you tell the listeners what's today's episode about?
Today, we are going to be talking about ideas for Super Bowl parties.
Nice.
That was very well timed. Good job.
On to my first Super Bowl party idea. Now, one of the best things about Super Bowl and Super Bowl parties is always going to be the food. The game is great, the camaraderie, the beer, but the food is always going to be something where you can really let things shine. And one of the common items you can find at a Super Bowl party is chicken wings. But not everybody likes the same style. I mean, I like hotter chicken wings. Some people like it mild. Some people like the garlic and, garlic butter. Some go crazy and try, weird flavors. That's fine and dandy. So my first idea is having a make your own chicken wing bar. And I'm not talking about just having your own, like a bare chicken wing that's pre-cooked and ready to go, and you just put your own sauce on it. We're talking from start to finish. We're talking chicken wings. You got to brine it. You've got to, or, buttermilk or whatever the heck you do. And you're going to do your own batter or breadcrumbs and then your own sauce. And you're going to fry it yourself. So that way you're in control of every single part of the chicken wing process to make it exactly the way you want it to make it. So it's not only the best chicken wing, it's the perfect chicken wing for you. And it makes the Super Bowl that much better. For the second one, another thing that sometimes can be a little bit lacking is when the game isn't going well and everyone there is a little bit down in the dumps if their team's not winning, and they need to get pumped up. They need to get reinvigorated to really support the team. So what I propose is that during the Super Bowl party, that each team members or team or person has their own personal cheerleader to kind of get them re-pepped up and ready to go and really support their team through the game or inning or whatever that football thing is. So yeah, a personal cheerleader to help pump you up, get you through the game, and help support your team the best way you can by supporting you. Now, a little bit back on the food train, again, another big staple of Super Bowl parties is to have submarine sandwiches. And one of the classic ones to get is like one of those big 5-foot long sub sandwiches on the big plank boards. And I've had those, I've done all that stuff. But the problem with those is they're really big and they're like 5 feet apart. And when you're in the middle of the game and you're like, want to watch, but you really want another part of that sandwich, and you got to like figure out which part it is, how far you got to go, and you got to get up. I mean, nobody wants that shit. So what I propose is a submarine sandwich conveyor belt. So it's just a conveyor belt with the sub on it instead of like a big old plank that just circles the table. And so that now the sub comes to you, and it'll be on its own little plates or have some way to identify each type of sub. So you're getting, it won't be just as a weird surprise where it's like, oh, I wanted roast beef, but I got turkey. The problem is I'm allergic to turkey and now I got to go to the hospital, and nobody wants that kind of thing. My next idea is, and this is my own personal opinion, one of the things I hate about just the Super Bowl in general is the halftime shows. They have the time are boring. They are literally just time for me to get up, clear out, go refill if get another beer, go to the bathroom, whatever. So I propose, instead of having these crappy Super Bowl halftime, is that you can order ahead your own custom pre-selected halftime show, where these are pre-recorded halftime shows that when the halftime show comes on, you pop it into your, VHS player and you watch your own, the halftime show that you really want. The one that's actually going to keep your attention on the TV, keep you going, keep you motivated for the second half, and really get your blood pumping. So custom halftime shows. So for my next one, kind of following in the vein of the custom made halftime, is the custom victory message. Because we all know that when our team wins, we helped make that happen. When the team loses, that's on them. But when the team won, when they win the Super Bowl, it's our win and our victory. And I think what could be given to each person is a custom Super Bowl victory message from the players, saying how that without your support, they never would have made it as far as they did, and including in the video itself that you would have obviously on VHS would be a horribly dubbed part where it would just insert names of whoever's going to be at your party that was supporting that particular team. And that costs about $49.99. I've priced it out, just what's going to be on mass. But then you can also upgrade to a bigger package of $99.99, which includes a absolutely 100% real replica plastic Super Bowl ring, unpainted because that's expensive, that you can also get along with, so you could show that you were a key point in helping your team win. However, if the team does lose and you pay the $99.99, you just lose the $50 because you should have done a better job. That's all I'm saying. So I guess for my next idea, because for all the sports fans out there really want to show their support for the team, is that you can order customized team logo beer kegs. I mean, who doesn't love beer during the Super Bowl? It's one of the best excuses to drink, eat, be merry. But when you have a big party, not that we can really have one right now during the pandemic, but if you have a big party, you want to show the sport in every single way you can. So why not have your own custom beer keg with the team logo right on it? And last but not least, really thinking about safety in this one is because, again, during the Super Bowl, there's a lot of drinking, there's a lot of merriment, and sometimes people make bad decisions. So what I propose is a beer delivery service. Because I know in where I live, we do have some ability to get some beer delivered right now because of the pandemic, but I know not everyone does. So why not have something that's specific for delivering regular, mass-produced or craft beer right to your door, so no one has to leave, everyone can be safe, and still enjoy the game with really very little interruption. So you don't have that one guy who has to go do the beer run, unless he's the guy that doesn't want to watch the game, or having to scramble during the halftime show that nobody wants to watch. And those are all my ideas.
All right, Alex, for your first idea, make your own chicken wing bar. I'm going to put this in the ideas pile. I like the idea. My only concern is if you're having a big party, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to want chicken wings. Mm-hmm. And that could cause a slowdown, and then people aren't watching the game. They're too busy trying to make their wings. But if you have someone who has the dunking deep fryer, restaurant style deep fryer, this could be really freaking awesome. So I don't know if you have a friend who has a restaurant that can throw a Super Bowl party, that would be cool. Overall, I like it because I do not like hot wings. And every time I go to a party, it's usually hot wings. To be able to make my own, that would be great. I love Tex-Mex wings. So yeah, ideas for that one. A personal cheerleader to assist you through the game. If you're watching the Super Bowl and your team's in the Super Bowl and you're an avid fan, you should be surrounded with other avid fans who should support you through this difficult time if they're losing. It's an idea. Are we hiring these people, or are these just designated people in the party?
No.
Is this a job for Alan?
No, this is a professional. I mean, you can hire whoever you want, but these got to be professional cheerleaders. They're there to support that specific team and help support you in your support of that team.
I mean, it would be kind of cool to have like professional cheerleaders at your Super Bowl party, but I don't know if I would want one just being like, yeah, go team, go. Your team can do it. I believe in your team. Go, Kate. Like,
I would love to see that. What are you talking about?
I want it.
I want
but
to
I'm
see
gonna put it as an idea. I'm gonna put it as an
that sounds
idea.
like a great.
Because it would be kind of cool to have like professional cheerleaders at your party, but I wouldn't want one specifically designated to me. Your submarine sandwich conveyor belt. First off, it's a hoagie. And second off, yeah, I'll put this as a good idea. That'd be kind of neat. I would like to see that. That's all I have to say about that. Your halftime show substitution. This would be kind of really cool if it was like a pay-per-view service and you had a menu of all the past shows, because there is like a lot of the early to mid 90s when MTV used to do the Super Bowl, and they used to put on such a great halftime show. I would prefer to see some of those shows compared to like some of the shows in the past couple of years. So I think this is a great idea. So yeah, good ideas pile for that. Custom victory message video from the football players with bad dubbed over voices. And then for extra, you can get a plastic Super Bowl ring. This is
plastic real replica
Super Bowl ring.
Super Bowl ring.
This is going straight into the bad ideas pile.
What?
This is, if you are a fan, a true blue fan, you will do nothing to jinx your team. And this just has jinx written all over it. Prepaying for a victory message and prepaying for a genuine replica Super Bowl ring of a Super Bowl that your team hasn't won yet. It's a jinx. I won't stand for it. Bad ideas pile.
Yeah, but if enough people from both sides order it, and
no,
it's not a jinx because they both can't win. You can't have one team that's just going to win.
It's me jinxing my team, and it just takes me to jinx the team for the team to lose.
No, wrong.
That's how that works.
The team's the one that lost.
No.
You had nothing to do with it, but it was because of you that they won.
Juju. That's bad juju. No.
Look, when it's down to the 9th inning,
bad idea.
They only need one more hole in one to win. That victory message is going to be all that much more sweeter when you win.
Bad idea. Now, if it was customized team logo beer kegs, I like this idea. If I was having a party and I had Team Du Bois with the team's logo on the keg, I would love to buy that, because then I would like display that keg, use it for exercise. I don't know. But yeah, I put that in the good ideas pile. I would buy that. And then a beer delivery service, I think that's a great idea. As long as there's a way to make sure that the people are being carded and it's not getting sent to teenage house parties unattended.
Well, of course. You just click the little affidavit button.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You know, they
just leave it on your doorstep and then run away.
Yeah. You read the terms of service.
Yeah. Absolutely. It says right there, you can only order it if you're 21. That's why you click the little check mark box.
Yeah, no one lies.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah. But yeah, I consider that a good idea.
Yeah.
So those are my pilings.
So number 1, fry it yourself, make it your own chicken wings. I think this is an ideas pile leaning towards good idea. I would like to make my own chicken wings. It could get dangerous, or I could get rather bored or not paying attention while I'm making my own wings, though. And it could become a very dangerous situation with grease fires. Lots of things could happen. That's why it's in the ideas pile leaning towards good, because get the safety worked out. Whoop, let's have some chicken wings. All right, next idea is your own personal cheerleader. Now, as a cheerleader myself, I wouldn't mind being a personal cheerleader. I'll be that person cheering on that fan that's really bummed out. It's okay. You got this. My question is there, like, that means it's a +1 for everybody at the party. Like, you have to prepare a lot of food.
Not necessarily, because it can be one per team. Like, or the team that are supporting Team A, you have one cheerleader for them, and Team B cheerleader for them.
I thought
That's
this
what
was
I
a
was thinking.
cheerleader per
No,
fan.
I thought it was
Yeah.
everybody had their own personal.
Yeah, that's
That
what
would
I
be a
thought
little
it
crazy,
was.
but I mean, if you can afford it and you really needed that personal support, I feel like you have other problems. But to me personally, it should be like one, because usually you don't have more than like 10 to 20 people a lot of times in a Super Bowl party. So having one for a team, in that compact kind of space would be plenty enough.
Oh no, then this is a bad idea. I wanted a cheerleader, personal cheerleader.
You wanted
per
your own
person.
cheerleader.
Yeah,
Everybody
where
has their own cheerleader.
everybody has their own cheerleader, where you can't even watch the game anymore because there's just so much cheering going on.
It becomes a fight between the two rival cheerleading gangs.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's just like by halftime or by the third inning, it's like they're all just fighting each other. I'm just like, it's like watching the goalie and like the guy, fighting over the puck. It's just,
if I
it's
had
crazy.
my own personal cheerleader, or if I was the personal cheerleader, then that would have been a good idea. But no, bad idea is because it's not that. So for your third idea, submarine conveyor belt, good idea. I want to be at the end of it with my mouth just like open
Unhinged.
and then chomping the sandwiches.
You want to Pac-Man that shit?
I do. Order your own halftime show. The VHS does not make it a good idea. I mean, I liked Kate's interpretation where you can have your selection. I mean, if you could watch past ones, like I'd like to watch Left Shark again. That was always highly entertaining from Katy Perry's halftime show a few years ago. But other than that, no.
So it's a bad idea? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Ajax, I have 2 VHS players, so if you ever
Oh,
want to
okay,
borrow
so
one,
then we can
if you want to
have
borrow
this.
one for the Super Bowl for Alex's
Fine, it's a good
pregame.
idea then if I can borrow a VHS player.
Wait, so it was strictly a bad idea because you didn't have a VHS player.
Correct.
How selfish.
It's my selfish piling, okay? Alright, so your fifth idea, custom victory messages. I mean, again, why is it on a VHS player?
You're so hung up on the VHS. Because it's got to be badly dubbed. It's got to be poor quality.
I mean, can we just make it into another bad lip reading? I love bad lip readings. They're the best.
But that's where it came from. That's, again, bad dubbing is basically just dubbed over bad lip reading. Come on.
Exactly.
I don't see why you're so upset about this. I would have thought you've been on board with this.
And plus, I don't want your crappy plastic ring. It's
a genuine, real replica plastic Super Bowl ring.
Nah, bad ideas, pal. Alright, custom team logo, beer kegs. I think you can make this yourself. You don't even have to buy it. You can just put a logo on. I'm sure if you had like one of those Cricut devices that you can.
You know how expensive those Cricut machines are?
No.
They ain't cheap.
Okay. Well then, or you could just print out a piece of paper and cut it out and tape it to your keg.
That's not as impressive.
No. If you're trying to impress your guests and show that you really care about your team, you'd want it on there, professionally done.
All right.
So what's your piling of it?
Fine, it's a good idea.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then your last idea with the beer delivery service. Yeah, it's a good idea. I would like to see a keg truck pull up to my door and just be like, "Here, I'll tap that."
Dropping off a custom keg with a logo and message.
With the taps on the side, so you can just fill your cup and be like, here's your payment. Or fill a pitcher. Drive by. There. I think that's a good idea.
So, for my Super Bowl party ideas, they're more like tips and tricks than like ideas for actual parties. My first idea is like being conscious of the size of your party. I've been to Super Bowl parties where they're in a row house and there's 45 people, and it's like you have to fight for seating, you have to fight for food. To go to the bathroom, you have to like climb over 16 people. To get back to your seat, you have to climb over 16 people. You know the size of your place if you're hosting. Invite a reasonable amount of people. You want your guests to be comfortable. So that's my idea number one. Be understanding of how much space you have and how many people would be comfortably suited for your party. Idea number two. Speaking of your guests, there's two types of people who go to Super Bowl parties. Group one are the people who are actually interested in the game or interested in football. And group two are the people who aren't interested in the game or interested in football, but they go to the Super Bowl party because it's a national pastime and there's funny commercials and there's going to be food and their friends are going to be there. So for idea number two is if you're going to invite people who fit in the latter category, make sure there is something for them to do. Nothing's more frustrating as someone who absolutely adores football being at a Super Bowl party where I'm surrounded by people who are like, oh, well, can we just play some Smash Brothers real quick? You know, it's the first quarter. You're not going to miss anything. You know, there's still 3 more quarters. So it's like if you're going to have a Super Bowl party and you're having people who want to watch the game, you should have a space for them to watch the game. But if you're going to have other people who aren't there for the game, but you want to have them over because you're friends, create things for them to do. I don't mind if you're having a board game happening while I'm watching the game. Just, you know, don't make it so I can't watch the game for you to play your game. Idea number two, be conscious of people who aren't there for football. Idea number three. So as someone who does like football, I have favorite teams and I have teams that I absolutely despise. So usually every year during the Super Bowl, there's either a team I despise or a team I like in the game. However, there are those off years where there's 2 teams in the Super Bowl that I could really care less if they win or lose. Like I have no skin in the game. They're both not powerhouses that have 16,000 Super Bowl wins. They're not both, underdog stories. They're just 2 good teams playing against each other. So in situations like that, it's really hard for me to get into those games because I need to root for a team. I need to have some skin in the game. So I find to help me get into the game better is betting pools where you have the squares and it's y-axis and x-axis is 0 through 9, and then people are randomly assigned squares, and then after each quarter, if the score is ending in those 2 numbers, you get money. That really kind of makes me want to watch the game and root for stuff to happen. Even though it's not a new idea, it is something also to get those people who aren't into football to be interested in the game if you don't have any other side things to do for them. So, betting. Yay, betting. More gambling from Kate. So, gambling is another option that I really, really, really like for those Super Bowl parties where it's really I could care less what's happening in the game. For my last idea, kind of was going to be stealing kind of from Alex's. I'm sorry.
Stealing
Sorry.
is wrong.
So once again, I'm thinking about the people who aren't into football. And the one time they have during the Super Bowl, besides the commercials for entertainment, is the halftime show. So I was thinking for the halftime show, since the people who are really into football, that's not the main attraction, to let the people who aren't really into football vote on what the halftime entertainment should be. And so there's usually the Puppy Bowl going on at halftime. There's other channels have other things going on during the halftime entertainment. Or if this would be the time for them to play Smash Brothers, or Guitar Hero or Rock Band or what have you. So allowing those people to also have something to look forward to in the Super Bowl to once again make them engaged would be my last idea. And that's all I got for Super Bowls.
So for Kate, the number one idea, be conscious of the size of your party. I think this is a good, you better be conscious of the size of your party, or else it will become a hot mess in the house and chaos. Yeah, I think that is very smart, so good idea, Pyle. Number two, making sure that there is some activity for the non-football lovers out there. I feel like that's a great idea as well. Having more funtivities makes everybody happy, because sometimes I even get bored watching the game too, and maybe want to partake in the non-football watching side and see what's going on over there. It is a party. So I think that's a good idea, having multiple funtivities for one party. Idea number three, betting. It's a great idea. Just spread the love of the dollar bills, y'all, because it's always exciting to get money. So that was a good idea. So idea number four, halftime show. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, especially when it's not a VHS tape. It works for me. It's easy. You can just click it. Done.
Well, thank you for your pilings, Ajax. I do truly appreciate them.
You're welcome.
Alex, you want to rip apart my ideas?
Oh, absolutely.
Because none of them are VHSs.
Actually, no, that has nothing to do with it. All right. So for your first idea, to be conscientious of the party size, I'm going to put this in ideas pile leaning towards bad. And here's the reason why. Now, your logic behind it makes a lot of sense. I think it's great logic. You know, you don't want to get too crazy. You want everyone to be comfortable, have a good time. However, you're never going to be popular with the other kids at school if you have just a rinky-dink, Super Bowl party. You got to have the biggest party in the block, so you can't be conscientious of that. You're never going to be popular with the cool kids if you worry about the size of the party. The bigger the party, the bigger the smash, the more popular you are with the cool kids at school. So that's why I have to put it going towards bad. Yes, you're being conscientious, but you know what? You're never gonna get more signatures in your yearbook if you're being conscientious. You got to go all out.
And I kind of get that also. If you are super popular and you have a lot of friends, you don't want to be like, well, I invited, Ajax and some other people, but I didn't invite Alex because that might get a little too big of a party.
No.
So I can see how for some people this isn't an easy idea to implement, because if you have 40 friends, your house can fit 30. You don't want to say to 10 of your friends, guess what? We're not as close as me and this other person are, so you're not coming to my Super Bowl party.
No, I wasn't thinking of that at all. All I was thinking of was back to Kid and Play's movie House Party, where they want to throw a bigger house party. It was on VHS, by the way.
Of course it was. I have so many VHS tapes still.
Yeah. So, again, that's why my piling's going that way. I just can't bring myself to go with that logic and conscientiousness. I can't do it. For your second idea, to have things for non-Super Bowl party watchers to do, I'm going to put this in the bad ideas pile. Straight in the bad, toss it in the bin. And here's the reason why. Now, I'm not a football fan. I'm just going to put my own case. But I love watching the Super Bowl. I know I like football, but I don't have like a team. I can watch it, but I don't go. But the Super Bowl is one exception for me. I love to watch the Super Bowl. I don't want to see the commercials. I don't want to see the halftime show. I want to see the game. Now, if I'm at a Super Bowl party, I want to have that whole experience. Having half the people there wanting to go play Smash Brothers on the big screen TV that we're watching the game on, I don't think so. They get their asses out of there. If they didn't want to be here in the first place to watch the game, you get your ass out. Now, if it's a whole group goes, this game sucks, why are we watching this? That's a different story, but that's the whole party, everyone involved, not just the one group. It's the whole party. But if they don't want to watch the game, why are they there in the first place? They're just moochers looking for free alcohol, free beer, free food. I don't think so. They need to be there for the game. They need to be all in. So that's why it's going to bad ideas. I would actually lock the other rooms, throw out any board games, video games, whatever. Just make it so they can't get it to it. They're there for the game and nothing else. They're lucky if they get to watch the commercials.
I don't think I've ever loved Alex as much as I love Alex right at this moment.
So that's why it's going in the bad ideas pile. 100%. For your second idea, betting or betting pools, I have to put this in the bad ideas pile. I can't get behind gambling. Again, you're taking away from the essence of the game. You're making it more about winning money than you are about the actual game itself. Now, again, I'm going to reiterate. I do not watch football on a regular basis. I don't even have a team. But I always pick a team beforehand that I want to root for, and I go from beginning to end rooting for that team. I don't need to bet or have something other skin in the game to get myself to be enthused about it. I mean, a personal cheerleader would be nice, but I don't need much else besides that team and just my own enthusiasm to get me through the game. So bad ideas all around. Betting is just, gambling is bad in general. It's an addiction, and you should go seek help if you think you have an addiction problem. Your state web resources will probably tell you how to find out that. And for your last one, your halftime voting, I'm going to put this in the ideas going towards good because, one, it was close to my idea, so I have to like it. And two, it's not VHS, which is what brings it down. So
it could be VHS.
It could be, but that's not what you. If it's in the voting pool, I could bump it up, but it wasn't how it was presented, so I'm kind of keeping it in that regard. So,
well, thank you for your pilings. I appreciate them.
Oh, you're very welcome.
That leaves
all right,
us
so
with
now it's my turn.
Ajax, yeah.
All right, so for my ideas, my first idea is also kind of food related. I want to have a football, but within the football is either cheese or chocolate, whatever topping you want. And if you throw a perfect spiral, then the cheese or that solution will come out, preferably in your mouth hole or on a sandwich if it's like placed. If you don't throw a perfect spiral, the cheese will squirt everywhere, and the syrup would squirt everywhere too. So it's basically just a carrying device.
Syrup.
Well, if you did, okay, so it could be the cheese dispenser if you like nacho cheese for your pretzels for dipping or for nachos, or it could be chocolate sauce if you want to have an ice cream party. So it could be a multi-purpose, a multi-food dispenser. Or if you want gravy for your mashed potatoes, you can just put that in your football thrower. And if you touch it really well, nice spiral, you can get it right into the bowl and have a really nice topping. So that's my first idea, is a dispenser for sauces. Football shape that you can throw across the room. All right, my second idea is I often don't like to sit around for too long. I mean, I eat all the time, but you know what? I like to get up and do something during the game as well. And I want to have athletic activities during the game to keep myself up and moving. So I'm just not eating all the nachos and not working them off at the same time too, because then I'll feel even worse later. So throughout the game, I would just want to do different breaks at different timeouts and do maybe some push-ups, maybe some sit-ups, maybe some squats, different breaks during the game, and throw in a few different activities, maybe some mountain climbers. You know, keeps the body moving, keep the blood flowing. So that's my second idea. My third idea is I would like to have, this can either be kids or an adult's activity, a commercial scavenger hunt. So before the football game is released and all the ads are released, I would like a scavenger hunt sent out by the commercial makers to be like, oh, you can look for this in your commercial. You can look for this. And you can like something to watch for in the commercials to keep you active and attentive during the game. And also the commercials too, because it'd be a fun activity for kids to do too. Keep everybody entertained with a little scavenger hunt. Number 4. So Kate brought up the halftime shows, the Puppy Bowl. I thought that is really cute. So I was thinking, how about the Chimp Bowl? Because you know what? I would like to see some chimps throw around a football. In the zoo, maybe, to keep them active so they can play sports as well. Give them a football. Let them play. I would like to watch them play. Maybe they'll want to play. Maybe they won't want to play. Who knows what could happen during the Chimp Bowl? All right. My 5th idea is actually not my idea. The neighbor's child, I asked him what he would like at a Super Bowl party, and he said cake. Yeah, he wanted cake at a Super Bowl party. So that was his idea. My neighbor,
Okay.
Ari, she had a murder mystery theater themed Super Bowl party, was her idea. And Chris's idea, which is a fight for your seat bout for screen time. So you're going to be sitting in your seat for 5-minute intervals, but when those 5 minutes are up, a person will come in and try to get you out of the seat and then try to sit in the seat that's well. So whoever the winner of the seat is the new person that gets to watch the game for 5 minutes. So it's a feat of strength or a feat of seat. A fight for your seat. Fight for your right to seat is what I'm going to call that. So those are the ideas.
All right. For your first idea of your football cheese / chocolate syrup dispenser perfect spiral for your gravy and your mashed potatoes thing. I love this idea. I still don't exactly know what it is, but anything that's dispensing cheese and gravy or gravy, I don't even care, is going to be a good in my book. It's just, I probably would screw it up and I still wouldn't be disappointed. Just knowing that there could be cheese that I'll find later, like weeks after this party is over, that flew onto the wall or behind something, is just like a surprise waiting to become found. How can I say no to that?
Nice.
So yes, it's going to the good ideas pile 100%. For your second idea, to have physical activity breaks. Boy, oh boy, do I love physical activity. Of course, this is going into the bad ideas pile. I mean, I hope you didn't expect anything else from me. I hope.
I don't
even know what you're doing. You're supposed to be watching the game. You're not supposed to be doing jumping jacks and squat thrusts and burpees or whatever the hell you want to do.
Those are some great suggestions. Thank you.
No, you're here to watch a game. You're not here to exercise. You're here to watch other people who exercise a lot more do physical activities and then judge them when they don't do as good as you want them to. That's what you're there for. That's it. So bad idea. I'm gonna put it. If I could have a lower on the bad ideas scale, it would go there, and then I would bury it in the ground. For your third idea, your commercial scavenger hunt. I'm gonna put this in ideas pile leaning toward bad because I originally loved it until you said it was the commercial companies or the advertising companies the ones sending it out. Although I'm not opposed to the kidnapping activity.
Know, though. Like, who else would know?
Why couldn't you do it yourself? Why couldn't you do it yourself?
Because you
know who's going to be, but you know who's going to be there. You know Budweiser. You know Coke's going to be there. You could take a guess to see, is this going to be? You don't have to. You can make it like a bingo card scavenger hunt. It doesn't matter. But you, instead of bringing consumerism into this, you're literally playing into their hands. You're becoming a slave to the advertisers, and I ain't being a part of that. At least not entirely, because again, it does sound kind of fun. But I'm just saying, I'm putting it towards the bad ideas because I can't get behind the consumerist aspect of the the advertising companies are the ones putting this all together. For your fourth idea, the Chimp Bowl. I'm going to automatically put this in the bad ideas pile for two reasons. One, exploiting animals for a shameless entertainment with no educational value whatsoever. And two, primates in general are just straight up assholes anyways.
They don't want to play?
I don't think I would want to see them try and play. Usually they're just assholes. Every time I've had a deal, I've had a lot of experience with primates and other than humans, and they're always just assholes. So I can't get behind it. I just can't.
Fine. I thought they wanted to play something.
They could, but why would I give them a football? I would give them something else that they might want to, play with or do, or activities. If it was something that was mimicking a natural behavior, of which football is not one, by the way, then I'm all right with that. That's a true enrichment sort of thing. Versus football is just shameless entertainment that has no value for them. I'm just saying.
You can say that. Good job.
So bad idea. For fifth idea, for your neighbor's kids idea of cake is always good. Good idea pile automatically. Cake is good. I see no downside to having cake. It's just automatic good. Number 6, the murder mystery party. I've got to put this in the ideas pile because I love a murder mystery party. The problem is I'm here to watch football, not do other activities. I'm not here to solve a mystery. If it was before the football game started or afterwards, just to kind of wrap up the party, I'm all for it. But if it's during the game and you're having to figure out a murder mystery, I can't. No, that's a big old no. So the only reason it's not an idea is because I like the idea of a murder mystery. That's it. It's just a giveaway. It's just a giveaway. The last idea of the hot seat, the musical chairs thing, although it's not musical chairs, I understand that. It's a good idea because only the strong really can survive, and that's the whole point of the Super Bowl. Is these two teams have beaten their way up against all these other teams, and you're just doing the same just so you could watch them make their way to victory. So yes, it's going in the good ideas pile. If you don't have the enthusiasm to try and beat that other person to get to that chair, you don't deserve to be there. That's all there is to it.
Boom. Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
Ajax, for your first idea. The football sauce dip butter dispenser. This is going in the bad ideas pile. This is just a mess. I don't want to deal with me watching the game and someone's like, hey, I need some cheese for my nachos, and just getting cheese everywhere while I'm trying to watch the game. I would hate to be the host of the party where there's just cheese or gravy or whatever all over.
It gives a whole new meaning to pass the gravy.
Bad ideas. For your second idea, athletic activities during the Super Bowl. I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. And I feel like if you designated certain things in the football game, it could also be like your scavenger hunt. So like for every time a team punts, you got to do so many squats. Every time a team scores, you have to do the score push-ups. So like if they scored 7 points, you have to do 7 push-ups, and then next time they score 14 points. Well, now you got to do 14 push-ups.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, having some sort of like gradation of numerical value in there too, but there's so many ways that you can do it.
Yeah. Or it could be like a bingo card or what have you. But I really like that idea because one, it's making me watch the game with a little bit of a closer eye, and two, it's not taking away from the game because I can watch the game and do squats at the same time. Number 3, your commercial scavenger hunt. I'm going to put this in the ideas pile. And the reason I'm putting it in the ideas pile is, one, I think it would be really good for the non-football viewing people to have something to look forward to with the scavenger hunt in the commercials. But the reason it's in the ideas pile and not in the good ideas pile is the only time I can go to the bathroom is during commercials. So if I'm in on the scavenger hunt, Now it's like, well, do I miss game time or do I miss scavenger hunt time? And I don't like being put into difficult situations. So it goes in the ideas pile.
What if there was a TV in the bathroom?
If there wasn't TV in the bathroom, good ideas. Then boom, it jumps up.
Perfect.
Your chimp bowl, I'm going to put this in the bad ideas piles. 2, PETA would have a field day with us.
They would.
And it's like Alex said, football's not a natural sport for animals. You know, it's not a round ball. It's not a stick.
Oh, they would have such great arms.
They probably do, but
Like, their arms are just so big and long. They could probably launch a ball.
they probably could, but it's not very conducive for football. Like, they don't know how to like do plays and tackle. Well, they probably know how to tackle, but they don't understand the concept of football. So bad ideas just for the exploitation of animals.
Sorry.
Compared to just watching cute puppies running around back and forth with a stuffed animal, stuffed football. Your neighbor's kid's idea of cake. If it's a football cake, even better. But yes, good ideas. Because, you know, after you do 50-some squats after a scoreless game where everybody's just punting all the time, you're going to need some energy. You're going to need some cake. So, good ideas. Murder mystery themed football party. I'm going to put this in the ideas pile. It would be kind of fun that whatever the 2 teams are, you can be like customize the murder mystery. So it's like, oh, this player on this team is my character and that person on that team is this person's character, and it kind of incorporates the football game. Well, the people in the football game. It's in the ideas pile because, once again, if it's a game I'm interested in, I'm not really going to be paying attention to the murder mystery party. I'm going to be more paying attention to the football game. So I might miss out on clues and shit like that. So, ideas. Fight for your right to sit. I'm going to put this in the bad ideas pile. Because when I'm watching the game, I want to watch the game. I don't want to have to worry about somebody trying to wrestle me out of my chair. This starts as playing around and ha ha ha, but it's going to get real serious real fast when someone's trying to mess around with me when there's a 2-point conversion in a tied game in the 4th quarter with 1:50 seconds left. No, I am going to watch this play. Stop trying to take me out of the seat. Someone's going to get hurt, and it's not going to be me. And I don't like it when I get like that, so it goes in the bad ideas pile. So yeah, those are my pilings.
Thanks, Kate.
Anytime. We should probably thank our listeners.
Thank you, listeners. What would we do without you?
You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook. We have an Instagram. We're at Ideas All Day Podcasts. So if you have any drawings of any beer kegs that you want customized with your team's logo, if you have any predictions on who's going to win the Super Bowl, you can throw them on our Facebook. You know, feel free to comment, share, like, subscribe. If you are a huge football fan and your team's in the Super Bowl, you know, send us a few photos on Instagram with your football gear on and pictures of your Super Bowl parties. We want to see if you were able to create a hoagie conveyor belt for your party.
Or your personal cheerleaders. Don't forget those.
Yeah, if you have personal cheerleaders, we want to see pictures of that. If you have any ideas for any future episodes that you want us to talk about, feel free to email us at ideasalldaypodcast@gmail.com. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Go sports.
Happy
touchdown!